Bam. Bam. Okay. All right. Welcome to Blerd Talk, episode 59. We've been out of the zone, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it's my fault. It's my fault. We don't have Scott with us today, but we got our boy Ryan with us. Ryan, what it do?
What's up, y'all?
You want to go ahead and give a little introduction?
Yeah. My name's Ryan. I'm a huge nerd. Glad we got this platform because I can finally unleash and not be bugging my girlfriend talking about nerd.
Sounds good. We all need an outlet.
Sounds about it.
Jay, what it do out there?
What's good, man?
Joe, I can already tell the depression in your voice. What's going on right now?
That wasn't about that.
Okay.
I'm fighting off a yawn A and B.
Got you.
I'm just ready.
I wanted to tell you a couple things. One,
you watch Barbie?
I didn't watch. Well, you know what? I'm gonna be a man and say it. I did.
There you go.
I did.
Hey, no,
I did
because I want to.
I did, and
it was
it was actually pretty damn good.
It was alright.
I was really impressed. I was really impressed. I did not get a chance. Right. It was good.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance
clever.
to see Oppenheimer yet. I didn't get a chance to go see that. I'm going to try.
My brother went to go see that. They said it was really good.
I mean, I got no doubts because it's a Christopher Nolan film, so I got no doubts that it's going to be good.
Man.
The man don't miss. He don't miss. The man don't miss. So I'm pretty sure.
I'll probably watch it Sunday. 3 hours. I need some time.
Yeah, I didn't know the thing was like 3 hours. Jabril, what it do, baby? Jabril in the chat, heavy.
I had a feeling. It's just that if I was to go to the theater to watch it, it would have to be fresh after work, and I ain't about to make it past the first hour.
Yeah. I did. There's some new anime series that's on Netflix called Dawn 100. It's about some zombies or something. I want to see that. I want to see Twisted Metal. So I do. I do want to see Twisted Metal. I know how it sounds. I want to see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We just talked about that. I want to see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I ain't mad at that. That's a preference for me. I ain't mad at that one. Twisted Metal though. I mean, come on.
I want to see the new Witcher, but I'm not scared to do it because Henry Cavill's leaving. So I'm kind of like in a bittersweet place with that right now. Yeah, he's leaving. So I'm in a bittersweet place with that. I just finished this show called Archive 81 on Netflix. You need to see that. You need to see that. It was
Archive 81?
Archive 81. It was really good.
What's it about?
So it's basically this guy that like restores like damaged tapes and things like that.
Before. That's on fire.
Yeah, that's on fire.
I watched it a while ago. I had to remember.
That thing is fire.
What was it called?
It's called Archive 81.
You know they doing it. You know there's not a second season coming,
I know.
Right?
I always try to find it. They was like, yeah, they're not gonna. I'm like, why wouldn't they do a second season of this? But that's Hollywood.
It started out as a podcast.
Yeah, so basically his friend had the podcast, but then the girl tapes, they're trying to find out why the building burned down, and then that's when you get to all the other stuff. Ryan, if you're not seeing it, Archive 81, you got to see it.
No, I think it started out one in real life.
Oh, damn.
They got the story from the podcast or something. I gotta look it up. I gotta look it up
damn,
again.
I did not know that.
That's where it was inspired from, I believe. I think it was like one in real life. Oh, my bad, Ron. Go ahead.
Oh,
good, bro. I was gonna say I gotta be honest with y'all. My brother gets me hip to all the anime stuff. I'm not really deep into it, but if y'all saw like Chainsaw Man,
dope.
Dragon Ball Z,
Chainsaw Man, dope.
Something Paradise. He got me.
Hell's Paradise. Hell's Paradise. Hell's Paradise.
Yeah. When he finishes, like he gets me hip to that stuff, so I'm kind of like, not in the
Okay. So
don't feel bad. Josh watched dubbed anime.
I knew it was coming. I knew he was gonna say something about it. I knew it.
Don't feel bad.
And look,
we all start out on a rookie level at one point, and then we work our way up.
So, in every world, this is why me and Jason are superb at this, because Jason watched sub, I watched dub. Now it has to be really good for me to watch sub. Like, I think the only 2 sub I've seen is probably Erased, because that was so good. I'm like, dude, this thing is good. And that may just be the only one. Erased may just be the one.
Paradise dubbed?
It's not dubbed all the way. And I have not finished watching it yet because it is not dubbed.
Now, correct me. Dubbed is when they got someone else.
Yeah, it's the English, right? It's the English. It's basically the English version, basically. And then sub is...
I'm watching dub. I'm sorry. I can't.
Don't worry.
You're literally going like this the whole time.
Don't worry.
Pause the way I was at the mic doing that. Pause. The way I was doing that.
Don't worry. Once you embrace the inner teachings of anime, you will achieve a third eye to be able to sit through sub animes. You just started, but trust me. You're going to watch an anime that you've already watched dub, sub, and you're going to be like, wait a minute. There's a difference.
Jason, I will tell you this. I finished Vinland Saga.
I hate that show.
What?
How you gonna turn my man from a beastly warrior to a farmer?
Okay,
I quit reading the manga right when that happened.
Okay,
I was reading the manga. I wasn't even watching the show. I was reading the manga like 2 years.
I had the biggest problem with that, because in the beginning he was but then, because even in the beginning I'm like, bruh, you are so blinded by anger. You're not even realizing you are literally working for the guy that killed your dad. I'm like, bro, you are so blinded. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was in the second season, I'm like, okay, where's the bloodshed? What's going on here? Like, we have literally went down to complete zero from bloodshed.
After he switched up to a farmer, I kept reading thinking, oh, his comeback about to be epic. No, he's a farmer. That is the story.
I'm not gonna lie to you. There's very few animes that made me tear up. And you know what, Ryan? I'm a man. I'm gonna go ahead. Me and Jason, we're men on this show. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it's not too many animes that bring the tears, but Ranking of Kings, and there was a scene in Vinland when for those who don't see it, he catches up with somebody, and I teared up, man. I'm like, damn, bro. I'm like, damn, this is real. This is like a long time. Ryan, if you haven't seen it, you need to watch Vinland Saga.
Watch Vinland Saga, though.
Watch Vinland Saga.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, check it out.
It's already
done. Don't listen to me because in spite of what I said, at least I'm speaking from the manga community.
Right.
People still love it. People still love it, even though it's switched up to him being a farmer. People still love it. So don't listen to me. I'm serious, but I'm joking. Like, it's my personal opinion. Because when I tell you, action packed in the beginning,
it is. It's like
it's Dragon Ball Z, like
real life. It is literally hands down. Like it kicks ass in the beginning. I'm like, holy hell, what is going on? Like it's nonstop action.
It's realistic. It's not no fantasy.
Yeah,
it's like Vikings and
one. So it's 2 seasons, I guess.
It's 2 seasons of it. Yep. Two seasons of it.
First season was actually packed with the second one. That's what he got.
Oh no! When Jason says that, let me just tell you, I didn't think I was watching the same one. I thought it was a spinoff. I'm like, what is this? I was like, what is this? This can't be the same Vinland Saga. I was like, what?
When it kicks back up, it's not the main character. It's other people.
Yep.
And it looks like the show is about somebody else. But then he ends up running into the main character. You'll see it, but he ends up running to the main character. And when you see it, you're going to be like, what just happened? What?
Yeah.
You cry in any animes? Like any scene made you cry?
Me or Jay?
Sorry, I'm looking. My bad. I'm looking at him.
You look at me.
I'm looking at Jason. Jason, bad.
You said any anime that made me cry?
Any scene that made you cry?
Oh, I can't wait to hear this. Let me hear this. I never asked Jason this question. That's a good question.
There is a anime or a manga called Bacano. I didn't see the anime, but I read the manga. And basically, I'm not gonna spoil it, but I'll give you the plot. So basically, there's these kids vacationing on the beach, and they run into this guy, and the guy asks him, "Do they want to play a game?" So they're like, "Yeah, sure." So when they play the game, he gives them a mech. They all share this one mech,
Okay.
but there's a catch, and I'm not. You just gotta watch or read it to see what the catch is.
I'm gonna need you to put that in the chat, because I've never seen that before. I'm gonna need you to put that in the chat.
Yeah. Once you I can't give away what made me tear up because it's tied to the plot. But once you see the very first incident and you see where it's going, the very first moment you'll see where it's going, and once you see where it's going, you're not even gonna care what scene made me cry because you're gonna understand why I teared up. So I think it's called Bacana. I'll get it out for. I think it's called Bacana.
Oh,
yeah, that joke. I was like, damn.
I started watching the new Superman.
Gundam, the original Mobile Suit Gundam.
Oh, okay. Mobile Suit Gundam. I didn't. I started watching the new Superman, the animated one. Dope.
It's good.
Dope.
It's good.
It's good. It's good.
Okay, the only reason
it's good.
One, I have time to watch it, and two, I was kind of looking at the animation. I was like, it look kind of kiddie. Right?
So it does look kiddie, but it almost reminds me. It almost gives me the feel of Smallville. It almost because he's literally Clark is literally starting like his first job. Like he basically fresh out of college. Fresh out of college. So
discovering powers.
Yeah, he's discovering power, and
he doesn't know his past.
Yeah, and that's right. He does not know his past. Which I think was good. There's this scene where he goes back to the spaceship, and I'm like, oh, that's dope the way they did that. I was like, that was dope. So it is. I'm not gonna lie to you. At first, I like how Jimmy Olsen's character is. I love his character. I like Lois, and I kind of like that Lois. You always see her with long hair and like stuff like that, but this, like, I ain't gonna lie, she almost looked like a dude. I was kind of like, whoa, Lois kind of looked like a dude, but then
and I like that she's true to the character when it comes to the reporting side. I like they cover a lot of them trying to report on Superman or report on. She is full in a china shop. This what we gonna do? Clark like, Lois, shit.
Relax.
They got it right, Harry. They got it right.
But that's actually one of the reasons, like how y'all describing Lois, that's actually one of the reasons why I love that they casted Rachel Brosnahan. She, for Superman Legacy, she has that look of, she's a little bit older than Clark, because I think they casted David Cornsweet. Superman, he looks a little, but not young like kid young, but she looks old enough where she's like, she can hold her own, and she's not.
That dude looks just like the dude they just cast for Superman Legacy. He looks damn near identical to, like, he has the look for sure. He has to look for sure. Now to see if he got the acting.
The biggest Superman criticizer in America.
So look, I tell anybody, Henry Cavill had to look too. It took Jason, and I tell people this all the time. When we went to go see Man of Steel, I was like, this is shit. I hate this. I thought it was lit. I still think Jason thought I was tripping. I was like, dude, this was shit. Man of Steel was trash. But then when I watched it again, I still had the same critique. And okay, it was definitely a good Superman movie for sure. I think I was more mad because Henry Cavill and Superman, Clark Kent and Superman acted the same. And it's funny because he actually got better over his time in the DCU where Clark Kent and Superman didn't act the same. So, and if we're being probably, maybe because it was a fresh Superman story and he really didn't learn how to be Superman and be Clark Kent. But that was my biggest thing with him. I was like, they act the same. There's no difference here. Now, I don't need him stumbling over his feet or things like that. But I'm kind of like, you're supposed to be impersonating a human. Like, so, but when you're going around acting like you're a badass and shit, it's kind of like doesn't give you like, oh man, Clark's not Clark,
And that's what right, and that's what I loved about Man of Steel when I first saw it, because I to me that was the first time I actually was invested into the character of Superman, where they connected with him, and that was the most action I've seen in a Superman film.
Absolutely.
And Zack Snyder on the visuals, because the thing was, like you were saying, Josh, I feel like Zack Snyder knew. See, Zack Snyder, he's ahead of his time, so he knew we wanted that classic Superman. I think what he was doing, he was taking us on a journey to get us there.
Yeah,
but
facts.
people were so about it not being the classic Superman they wanted off the bat that I feel like other people didn't go see it. Because if you look at people react to the movie now, they love it. Like during the pandemic, you know how they be doing, like people watching movie reactions.
Yeah,
they watching it for the first time.
Yeah,
and I'm like, come on, y'all should have given it.
And it really took Jason for me to open my eyes to that, because I remember, in fact, I had a problem with the fight scenes. I'm like, it felt like 2 Dragon Ball Z, but then when I think about it, I'm like, well, you got 4 Kryptonians. How else are they supposed to fight on Earth? So it's kind of like, damn, I guess he did do it right, but
because the only other way to do that would be the Matrix.
Yeah, exactly. And
you don't want to see that.
I still stand by the scene when Zod pushes his mother, and he's like, "Where's the Kodaks?" And then Henry just comes and punches him, and he's like, nail him in the face. He was like, "You gonna think you gonna threaten my mom?" And so I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, get him." I was like, "Yeah." Oh man. So it did take me a while to get used to that. And you know what, Ryan, you're absolutely right, because I'm trying to tell you, when we left the movie theater, Jason was like, "What you think?" I was like, "Man, this is cheeks." I was like, "This was cheeks." And then he was like, "What?"
But the thing was, it wasn't that he thought it was cheeks, is that because he thought Superman Returns. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, you can't do that.
And I'm not, and he's not lying. I have a true soft spot in my heart for Superman Returns, because
like,
people beat down on that movie so bad. And don't get me wrong, compared to any other Superman, it was pretty bad. it was pretty bad. But Brandon Routh, the dude that plays Superman, he was a good Superman. He was a good Superman.
I was young. My brain.
I hate Jason's face. To me, he was a good Superman. Like,
bad writing. I'm going to.
It was bad writing all the way. Because even then, when we left the movie theater, I was like, he just picked up a planet and just like, what is this?
Planet.
A kryptonite planet. Like, who wrote this? Who wrote this?
Instantly, he should have died. Instantly.
You're right, and I'm absolutely with you.
Jason, how old were you when you went to go see Superman Return?
Shit, that was like was it high school when that thing came out?
A little bit after?
It may have been,
because it was me, you, and a few other people.
It was.
I'm asking you, when I went to go see it, I was young, so like my brain wasn't how it is now. So I just went. I was just enjoying it.
That was 06. That was 06.
Like,
right after.
It was cool,
So you felt like how I felt when I went to go see Street Fighter with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! I'm glad you thought it was lit, because my dad turned us right around. He was like, "Nope." He was like, "Nope, we are not sitting here."
I sat through that.
Man, oh my gosh! I did like my man. I keep calling him Gomez, but that's not his name. But the dude who played Bison was basically Gomez from the Addams Family. He's a good actor. I like that. I forget his name all the time.
He died shortly after that movie was done.
I know, right? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy?
He died shortly after that movie was over. After they done shooting the movie.
That sucks.
One of the greatest lines in movie history.
Man.
What did Chun-Li had told this whole story about how Bison came to her village and killed everybody and all that, and she asked him, did he remember? And he was like, nah.
No, he was the way he was like,
just
no. He was like, no, and he said it with no sincerity. No, I don't remember that. No.
Yep. He was like, to me, he said, for you, he said, seeing me do everything I did to your village, like change your life forever.
Right.
But for me, It was just Tuesday.
It was just a Tuesday.
And because it's the actor who he was, he made it fire.
It's about the delivery. It's about the delivery.
He outacted how bad that movie was.
He was probably the best thing. Him and John Clark.
Crazy? Am I saying that right?
No, you're right.
He outacted.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Okay, so I'm taking everyone here. So has everybody finished Secret Invasion?
Yep.
Everybody finished it? Ryan, did you finish it? Okay.
Finished it.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get this out the way. In fact, Jason, I even did you one better. I wrote down my favorite MCU movies, and I ranked them.
Movies?
I mean, series. I'm sorry, series. Shows. Okay. I'm going to give you my list, and then I'm going to tell you about the Secret Invasion. Okay?
Wait, Josh, this in order? Is this number one?
No. Yeah, I'm going from my favorite series to the worst.
Okay, this is going to be...
All right, here we go.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. Number 1, WandaVision.
Okay.
Number 2, Loki. Number 3, The Falcon and Winter Soldier. Number 4, Secret Invasion. Number 5, Hawkeye. Number 6, She-Hulk. I knew that was coming. Number 7, Moon Knight. And number 8, Miss Marvel.
I'm sorry. Oh, man.
Yes, sir.
She-Hulk over Moon Knight?
Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Moon Knight was okay. But I like She-Hulk more than I like Moon Knight.
I swear, it's never a dull moment on Blerd.
It's never a dull moment here. There's never. Okay, so I knew that's why I wanted to go first, because I'm not gonna lie, Jason. I knew the She-Hulk one was gonna light you.
Okay. Got Moon Knight ahead of She-Hulk.
I got She-Hulk ahead of Moon Knight. Now let me go ahead and tell you this though.
The scene where he discovered his past on how he created his alternate personality was better than every episode of She-Hulk.
God damn, that Jason, sheesh, God.
Tell me I'm lying, Craig.
Oh my God, bruh. Oh, Jabril said Miss Marvel should be 15 out of 10. Okay, so
I didn't watch Miss Marvel, so
it was too. I get it because she is a teenager, but I think it just wasn't for me. Now, Secret Invasion, I like it because it was grounded like a lot of the Captain Marvel movies are. I mean, not Captain Marvel, but Captain America. I thought Samuel L. Jackson did good. I thought the Skrulls infiltrating the thing. But last night, something happened, and it made my brain wonder real quick. Okay? Now, stick with me, y'all. I'm about to go into my conspiracy theory. Okay? Here it is. So, just let y'all know, this is going to be full of spoilers. So, I'm about to say it. Okay. Rhodey was a Skrull, right? When they pulled him out the little thing, he was still in the hospital robe. So that means that the Skrulls pulled him. Stick with me. The Skrulls pulled Rhodey when he got injured in what's
Civil
the one?
War?
The Civil War. So that means Rhodey doesn't know anything past Civil War. He doesn't know Tony's dead.
I can rock with that theory.
Did he get blipped?
Right. No. Did Brody get blipped? No, I don't think he got. No, he didn't get blipped.
All right, then. Quick question.
Thank you, Mr. Matt.
So when he was in the movie, did he have the leg things on?
So, okay, now remember at the end of that scene, he's walking with the leg braces on, but he doesn't have the leg braces on in the Skrull thing. When they pull him out his little mind thing, He's just in his robe, and they're helping him walk because remember, everybody else was able to walk out the pod, but he was not.
No. What I'm saying is, what I'm asking is, if he had the leg things on after the blip, that means he probably got snatched around. He probably got replaced before Captain America and Winter Soldier because he was in there with no leg brace.
Whatever one he failed when they shot him out the sky, I think that's when the Skrulls got him.
That was
they got him after that.
Yeah. So because think about this too. This is another thing. Yes, Jabril, he was at the funeral. But
yes,
he was. I'm taking that was the impersonator Skrull. That was not Rhodey. Because he was the only one in a row. The first thing I thought about was like, damn, because I'm like, well, how long has the Skrull been impersonating him? And when they pulled him out of the thing, he had a robe on. I'm thinking, he probably got, man, think about it.
Hold on. Wait, you're right. Because check this out. In Civil War, remember he was going through the MRI scan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nah, you right.
But I think after Civil War, he was walking around with the leg brace
right,
on, but with regular clothes at the top. So that had to have been the real Rhodey.
Well, I don't know. No, because he was on the bars doing rehab when he had the legs on. Remember, he was doing rehab.
Yeah, but they accelerated time, so on and so forth, to where maybe he learned how to walk without the walkie thingy.
But see, I don't know. I don't know. Right, I know it's not next day, but I don't know.
That's the real Rhodey.
I feel like in that time before the scene with him doing rehab, he got taken.
I think he got snatched at the at the end game.
The end game?
I don't know, Jason.
I only say that because outside of he wasn't blipped. So was he in the beginning of end game with the leg brace on as Rhodey?
No, he didn't have the leg braces on.
He was walking regular without the
and he was walking regular.
I'm gonna fact check.
Right. I'm with Ming. That was a Skrull that was doing rehab. I'm with Ming. That was a Skrull that was doing the rehab.
I'll fact check that.
Y'all, the first thing my mind clicked, it was like, yo, how long have they had Rhodey? But I will say this too. Of course, if you read the Secret Invasion comic book, you already know it ain't even the same. But I do like it. I did like the show. I thought the show, it was a lot of, it felt real like James Bondy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I did like that. I did like how Nick had the blip, and all that, and like they were reflecting back on that. I did not see that death coming in the first episode. I did not see that coming.
Oh, that pissed me off.
That one came out of nowhere. That one came out of nowhere. But I definitely, it reminded me of a good James, if I had to compare it to a James Bond, I would go Spectre, because Spectre wasn't my favorite one. But I liked it. To me, it was good. Acting was great. Emilia Clarke, my girl from Game of Thrones. She did good. The dude who played the black dude, what was his name? Garrick, or the bad Skrull? Garrick. Dude, that scene when he was talking to Samuel Jackson, he was like, I'm gonna watch you die. And he grabbed his face. I was like, dude, this is a good actor.
Grab it.
Yeah. Okay.
From Barbie.
Yes. Yeah. Jabril, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I like the psych out that they did, thinking that Nick Fury was about to die, but ended up being her. But I think the showdown was a little bit whack. I think it could have been a little bit more umph in it. You know what I'm saying? It would do for what it was, but it could have been a little bit more. I'm here for you, Mr. Mac. I thought it could have just been a little bit more. I just felt like they were just smashing each other. There was no thought behind their tactics, and they were supposed to be fighters. It was just punching. There was no actual thought behind none of their moves. Still good, but I I thought the president scene kind of threw me off because you didn't want to start a war, but you kind of ended up doing that anyway from you getting on the line. I don't know. I didn't think that was like a bold. I'm like, I don't know where they was going with that. I can't remember the Secret Invasion comic book like that. I'm pretty sure that didn't happen in the comic book though.
Not even close.
Right, not even.
Not even close.
I was kind of like, well, you kind of started a war when you didn't want to. So I'm like, so now people just going ham in the streets, bow, bow. Whoever didn't think they were scroll, I was like, okay.
Kind of mean too. It wasn't like
right. It wasn't even. They were going ham. But I do think it was good. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Nick Fury probably has 2 more movies, and that's it for Samuel. I think that's gonna be it for him. Not that that's a bad thing. Like, you know, Nick's time is really just past. You know what I'm saying? But that was my thoughts. I do think it was good. It was good. I liked it. I was looking forward to every episode. I knew it wasn't gonna be like the Secret Invasion comic book. I knew that from the get-go. So I was kind of like, you know, okay, I'm gonna take what we get and kind of be good with it, because Marvel kind of gets away from the comic book stuff a lot. But I enjoyed it. So yeah. Ryan, do you want to take a crack at it?
Yeah, I won't be long. Honestly, Jason, I wasn't gonna watch it based off our conversation. When you told me the director was like, "Oh yeah, I ain't read that."
Yeah, the article where they told him not to read it. Yeah, that's kind of wild. That's kind of wild.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie to you.
It's like the comic books are the foundation of what makes all these shows, movies come to life. So it's like saying that you not reading it is kind of like a slap to the face to the people who are like truly invested into these characters. Because honestly, I binged it a couple of days ago, and like I caught the last episode yesterday. It was good. It gave me Winter Soldier vibes, like you said, like that. It was grounded. It kept me on the edge. I was like, yo, who's a Skrull? Is that person a Skrull? Listen, there's a scene I particularly like. It was between Rhodey and Nick, and they was at the table. It was just like, it's just something about how whoever wrote that, just how they were talking to each other. Like, come on, help a brother out, brother. You know, it was just like the dialogue was just like top tier. It was like crispy.
It was.
You know, it was like underlying like themes what they were saying. But yeah, Rhodey was getting on my nerves in there. I don't know why. He was just annoying me for some reason. Like, I don't know if because he was a Skrull and how he was talking. I don't know.
Well, that's what made me think it wasn't Rhodey. In the beginning, I was kind of like, Rhodey wouldn't fire Nick. Like,
exactly,
he wouldn't fire Nick. So but the show did a good job, because I'm like, well, damn, maybe they just had it up with Nick's antics right here. So I'm like, well, damn. But then that scene, the scene at the table, which made me think, like, damn, this man is right. Well, before then, but I'm kind of like, damn, maybe he may be a Skrull, you know, because we
never talked to Nick Fury like that before.
Right, exactly.
But no, the show was good. Yeah, it was good. Would you put it number 4?
Yep. On my list. Now, I didn't include what if, you know, the what if thing. I didn't put that in here because I technically don't think it's a MCU series. I don't know where they classify it, but yes, it's number 4 on my list.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. I'll give it an 8.5.
Okay, I can stand by that. Okay, I can stand by 8. Even on the new grading system, I can. I think I'll give it like a 3 out of 5. I think I give it 3 out of 5.
Yeah. I'm doing out of 5.
Yeah, we do the 5. Okay, all right.
I'll do 4.5.
Okay, Ryan, I like where you're going with this. But Jason, every time I look at your face.
Yeah, but that's my take on it.
Okay, so you liked it. You basically okay. All right. See, all right. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. This the bread and butter right here. I've been waiting all week to hear what Jason. I've been waiting.
Before I, you know what I'm saying, get my grade, my little quick review, I'm going to do something I normally don't do.
Okay.
I'll never do this again, but I'm going to do it just this once. I'm going to grade this on a curve. Now, for all you people, comic book readers or not, I implore you to please read the core material of Secret Invasion in the comic book. It is not this on the show. It's
Not
a
even
completely
close.
different narrative.
Yep, not even
and
close.
It leads up to Norman Osborn becoming the president of S.H.I.E.L.D., but that is a story for another day.
Yep.
So in order for me to properly review the show, and this is my disclaimer, in order for me to properly review the show, I will not be referring to this show as Secret Invasion because they use that name to bait comic book fans in to get us to grab the casual fans to watch the show. And I'm not going to let Disney and MCU keep doing this. I now will refer to the show as The Skrulls and the Humans That Love Them, starring Samuel L. Jackson.
Okay.
So that is the name of the show.
Agreed.
Period.
I'm going with it. I like it.
It's trash.
Oh my God.
The show is terrible. Let's start here. Don Cheadle, I love him as an actor. I still hate him as Rhodey. I've said that from day one. I'm taking it to the grave. Terrible. Didn't like nothing he was in. Didn't like none of the scenes. I knew he was a Skrull from jump. Boo freaking who. Same episode. And let's talk about it not being like the comic. I'm totally with y'all. But once again, let's start thinking smart. How does Don Cheadle ruin it for me? Oh, are you going to call your Avenger friends to come help? Nah, because I don't want to risk them turning into Skrulls. When they said that, that let me know that y'all not even about to play with the universal of characters you can play with who could be Skrulls and who can't be Skrulls. Yep. You can have a Skrull Human Torch. That don't mean he has to be Human Torch in the Fantastic Four movie. So thanks a lot for robbing people of great Easter eggs and cameos you should have bought in just using the excuse of the Skrulls. You small-minded peons. No, that's number one. Number two, what was Beta? What was the point of Beta? The little refugee. The one who got his neck snapped by episode 5.
Creator.
Huh?
Tyler Creator looking.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the black dude. Yeah, what was his purpose? You're right.
No point. It was no. I agree.
I guess he did kind of start a rebellion. He did. That didn't end well for nobody, but.
I like Sonya. Sonya was cool.
Yo, Sonya was the girl. Yes, the female who was tortured. She did excellent.
Sonya was cool.
She was real good.
What else? Oh, it's funny. Nick Fury little story with my man Talos on the train. One of the first things that struck out to me when he was talking to Talos, he asked him, you sure it was just thousands of Skrulls? And Talos said, nah, it's actually like pretty much the planet. And Nick Fury was so shocked and at all, and I'm so surprised.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Nick Fury, surprised?
Right, surprise.
You dealt with the biggest superheroes in all of the universe, and you didn't trust not a man, not a one.
Right, I agree with that.
You tricked Scarlet Widow, your right hand, into thinking you were dead, right along with the Captain America. But you trusted a Skrull from another planet?
Yeah, agreed. I agree with that. Because even this,
and remember the article we spoke about. Forget that he said this isn't about the comic book. This is about the relationship between Nick Fury and Talos. Well, that is pretty good, huh? 4 or 5 episodes in? What's the relationship? What was this deep connection you guys on the show between Nick and Talos? Where was it? Did y'all see it?
Yeah. Good point.
I mean, either.
Good point.
The Super Skrulls were corny. The CGI was terrible. That was CW level. It didn't mean anything. It was so like weightless. It was like you just doing it because you had to, because of Secret Invasion. That was the most Secret Invasion thing of the whole show, was Secret Skrulls and Super Skrull. Outside of that, it was the soap opera Skrulls and the Humans That Love Them, starring Samuel L. Jackson. We dedicated a whole episode to his Skrull wife. Ooh. Why did they call the show Nick Fury? I would have rated it higher, because if it was just about Nick Fury and what he was going through after the blip, and it involved the Skrulls, but you called it, the Nick Fury show. Okay, we talk about something else. Yeah. But you disguised it on purpose because you knew if you did that, no one would watch it.
Right, and I do agree with you with the Secret Invasion thing, because they knew, oh, this is big Secret Invasion. So I'm absolutely with you. I'm absolutely with you on that. 1,000%.
I am keeping the comic book storyline aside from the show when I'm saying that.
Right. Right.
The point is, it didn't. For what?
Right.
What did it all mean? And where does it all go?
The ending kind of throws me off too, because now you saw when she went into the bunker with Sonya, there was a whole bunch of other bodies in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, where are you going to take this? Because if I'm not mistaken, what's the big thing at the end of this phase? It's not, what was it? Not Civil War. What's the big one? Not
Kang Dynasty.
The Dynasty, right? It's supposed to be like the Kang Dynasty. So I don't even know where the Skrulls thing is going to fit in at that point.
It connects when it comes to these phases, like phase 4 and 5. Nothing is connecting for me. It's almost like everybody's doing their own thing. Yeah. It's like, okay, phase 1 through 3, Kevin Feige was the engineer. They were hopping on his train, going the same direction. Mm-hmm. Now it's like, you got a show here. You do what you do. Like, nobody's watching each other's shows. So it's almost like there's no communication between the different shows. I'm like, nothing's not making sense. And that's why I was like, honestly, I remember after watching Endgame, I was like, yo, if they ended here, I'll be happy and content.
Yep. We said that. But you know what? If it don't make money, it don't make sense. So they're going to keep going. But see, now, here's the thing.
1 out of 5, by the way, is not shit. She-Hulk is 1 out of 5. She-Hulk is the worst Secret Invasion, right above She-Hulk. I don't care where you put everything else. If it wasn't for Samuel L. Jackson, it'd probably be worse than She-Hulk. Samuel is the only thing. Samuel is something.
Samuel is Sonya, and the dude, and yeah.
And Gravity, right?
Yeah, that dude, that actor who played him, he did good.
Okay,
he did good. But you're right.
And the fact that Nick Fury and Sonya were there, and they be like your 1 and 2 to bump it up to a 3.
Yeah, I don't think.
Not even a 2 out of 5.
Jason said, "Man."
Also, She-Hulk and Secret Invasion.
No. See, She-Hulk is at a negative. That's a negative number. So don't worry. Yeah, that's a negative number.
Your brother just said Murder, She Wrote, Jay.
That's a negative.
He said, take it easy out there, kid.
She-Hulk is in She-Hulk and Thor: Love and Thunder and Whedon's Justice League.
Oh, yeah.
They all in that box. That we don't talk about that. Yeah. We gonna put that in the dark hole.
Oh God.
Send that to another dimension. We don't talk about that. We don't.
I don't think there's.
No, Secret Invasion was terrible.
Jabril said, "Do I think there's going to be another season?" No, there's not going to be another season. Secret Invasion. That's it. That's all we're going to get.
I think it's leading into the Marvel.
Yeah, we're going then, and that's another thing. Where the Marvel's going to fall in, because the last time I was, they were fighting the Skrulls. So where is that going to fall into? But okay.
They're not fighting the Skrulls on the movie in the Marvels. It's a different villain.
Oh, it's a different villain now. Okay, well, damn. All I know is that this is the fall of the MCU. This is the fall of the MCU, and it's time for DC Comics to take the throne.
They went from life support to foot in the grave.
Yeah, this is it.
Invasion for me.
What's that mean? What's that mean with Grant and he over by the grave?
They got 1 foot in the grave right now. This is bad. This is a bad run.
This is the rise of the DC universe.
This is the worst phase ever.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Because I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think we had any movie that was over a 7.
I put Guardians
Oh yeah, I lied. I forgot
Maybe
about
Guardians.
Guardians. Yeah, you're right. Guardians was damn
Count
good.
Spider-Man, right?
Not well. See, that was one of those gems out of Phase 4 that was like good though. Like,
Oh, didn't it end the phase? Didn't it end the phase?
Wakanda Forever was the end of Phase 4.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, Wakanda. You know
It was
what?
at least a 7 though.
Yeah, Wakanda was at least a 7. I just wanted it to be. I really thought they was focused on T'Challa way too much. Like, I know everybody, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying because of like I understand Chadwick's on, but in the comics, Shuri becomes Black Panther. So I'm kind of like, why is it such a big thing that she can't be Black Panther? But
star power.
How does this, Brianna said, how does this go into the Avengers movie? Because basically they're going to build a whole new Avengers team. There's going to be a whole new Avengers team. I'm pretty sure we're going to get.
I saw an article. It said that Cap, Black Panther, and Shang Chi will be the leaders or the leader figures of the Avengers.
You know, I love that. And that makes sense because Shang-Chi was in the Avengers. I mean, she was an Avenger.
And I'm so happy that they're doing that because it saves me money and it allows me to bootleg the bull that they're about to put out. Because, save me a movie ticket, baby. It's expensive. So I will not be going to the movie theaters to see. No, if Majors returns, look like it's a strong ability, and he's Kang again, you might have me at matinee. But as of right now, I'm bootlegging everything from MCU from here on out because y'all ain't doing it. I ain't right.
Now, I'll be honest with y'all. I feel like Deadpool 3 is going to be the saving grace for MCU. Just based off the fact that... Is that a like...
I'm not going to lie to you.
You agreeing?
I think the only reason Deadpool survived because it was Ryan Reynolds. If it had been anybody else, and like I'm not gonna lie to you, I do think Deadpool's cool. But he ain't enough to say that he ain't enough to save the MCU. He ain't enough because now he does eventually in the comic books become an Avenger, but I don't think they're gonna do that with this Deadpool. I could be wrong.
Actually, in the comic book version of Secret Invasion, he discovered the weakness of how to kill the Queen Scroll and tried to send it to Nick, but it ended up landing in Norman Osborn.
Well, there
Norman killed the Skrulls, and the whole America looked at Norman as the hero, and that allowed him to take over S.H.I.E.L.D.
There you go.
Everybody looked at him in a beautiful light because he was the one who took down the Skrull. But I digress. What took down the Skrull was another Super Skrull in a terrible CGI animation. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Do y'all think Shang-Chi was better than the first Black Panther? No.
Hell no.
No, it was not better than
Respectfully.
the first Black Panther. Respectfully.
I say hell no. Respectfully.
Wait, you said you do?
I do, yeah.
Then the first Black Panther?
The first one, I do. Yes, I do. Hey, look.
Whoa!
Hey, look.
Whoa! Now, Jay! Whoa!
It's gonna be a group of black folks
right outside your door. Don't say your address. Don't say your address. They're gonna be lined up. I think I'm saying this right.
I had last time when I said, what did we say, Shazam? What did we say, Shazam?
Whoa!
Was better than...
Oh, Ryan, your backup is on here on the chat.
Okay.
She said hey, you know what? She's standing in your corner though. She said I do too. Jabril just put signing off. It was good. Jabril said it was cool. Whoa, wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. Hold on.
What?
Are you two are saying that Shang-Chi. Now look, okay, now Ryan, I'm gonna give you some time because I was in your shoes. I said I was in the moment when Shang-Chi came out and I said Shang-Chi was the best Marvel movie. I was in the moment.
It was the best Marvel movie.
Jason was here. I literally said Shang-Chi is the best Marvel movie. I was in the moment. Now I understand. Are you in the moment right now where you may need to?
No.
Better than the first Black Panther?
tell you why.
Okay, I'm listening. I'm listening.
Panther, right? It was cool. Your face made me like,
his face.
Hold on. I gotta hit it. Cause I'm the one with the crazy, well, let me not say crazy takes. I'm the one with the harsh takes.
With the harsh takes, exactly.
I'm harsh. So to hear this,
Ryan, I'm not gonna lie to you. We may just get 1,000 subscribers from what you just said. We may just escalate to a new level of pardon. We pardon right now. So I need to know exactly why you say this. I need to hear this.
Okay. 2018, I went to go see Black Panther.
Okay.
Powerful movie. Dope. I like the first 2 acts of it. Now, I felt like, to me, Michael B. Jordan is a good actor, but by the 3rd act, he was just doing too much. He was talking like he was from the hood. I was like, bro, like, you don't stop talk natural, bro. Yeah, all that fighting over cuz. I'm like, bro, no, get that out of here. The 3rd act, the visual effects look kind of cheesy to me. I was like, it could have been better. Shang Chi, it gave me that same feeling of like dealing with culture, you know, for like the Asian culture for Shang Chi, and like the 3rd act. The 3rd act was dope. My man was playing enjoying.
Mr. Max said it must be the heat. He said it must be the heat that got you dripping. I just had to say that one. That was pretty funny. Okay. Okay. Go ahead. Keep going.
Mr. Mac.
I think that's my father.
He said that's it. He said, oh, man. Lord have mercy. Okay.
Listen, I'm not just saying this. People know I said this a minute ago. Like, Black Panther was dope. I love Black Panther. It was cool. But Shang-Chi was just like, my man with the rings was going off, man. Like that whole last scene remind me of like a Dragon Ball Z fight, bro.
Okay. Now, I just want y'all to know, we met Ryan at a wedding. It's a good thing he didn't say this prior, because we would have never gave him the numbers. I'm just joking. Okay, so Ryan, I'm halfway with you, and me and Jason have said this. Black Panther came out of a harsh time for African Americans, and I definitely feel like with all the racism that was going on, that played a part into everybody loving it. But I do think it was, for me, it's still in my top 5, and it was put together really good. I get what you're saying. And I truly think that's how his character was written, because if it was not, I don't think it would be as believable. Because you got to remember, they literally did grow up and die in the hood. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he just so happened to lose his smarts and get to where he needed to be. But I do feel you. Man, but you know what? I'm proud that you standing on your opinion. I'm proud of that.
It's my hill.
That's your hill that you're gonna die. Everybody got one. Everybody got one.
That's my hill.
And to me, I do agree. Shang-Chi was good. Shang-Chi was good to me.
Was good, yeah.
Shang-Chi was good to me. And man, Ryan, I was not expecting that.
That's deep.
That's deep. That is deep. We're gonna have to make this a TikTok clip, because that was pretty deep. We gotta make it. That was pretty deep. But I get it though. I get it. I get it.
Black Panther was amazing for the culture. We needed that. It was dope. Amazing movie. I'm not taking anything from it. It was, when I was watching it, I remember watching it, it didn't even feel like a Marvel movie. Like, but God, it was a Marvel movie until they said Marvel Entertainment. I was like, oh yeah, it's a Marvel movie. It was great. But I will say, Black Panther, I did like his version of Black Panther better in Civil War.
Okay.
His version of Black Panther.
He was just trying to snatch up whoever killed his father.
Oh yeah, because once he was blinded by revenge, right? Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Trying to snatch up the one who killed his father.
I'm with you.
I guess portrayed, in Civil War. Like that, but it's still good. Like what's that? The composer Ludwig Göransson, he did an excellent job with the music. Like soundtrack was good, dope. I mean, I'm not taking anything from that. I'm just Shang Chi. Yeah, I'm sorry. That was fire.
All right. Y'all hit it here first. You know, and then we are not giving out Ron's address, so y'all can go beat his door down. So we are not
look, next week, Dr. Umar Johnson gonna be trying to.
He be like, beg your pardon.
He might be actually. He
may be watching. He's right now. Be like, I beg your pardon. He's begging that Joe.
Watch his review of Black Panther 2. That Joe had me crying.
Oh man. Dying.
No, he didn't like Black Panther 2. He was. I ain't gonna say what he said. Y'all know where to go to find out what he said. I ain't gonna compromise myself. Even regurgitate what he said. Y'all go to Dr. What he said.
But you know what? I applaud
he said
that.
Some other stuff. It's funny, but it's some other stuff. Y'all go over there.
I truly applaud that for sure. But like I said, this is the beginning, as the Oracle said in the Matrix. Everything that has a beginning has an end, and this is just Marvel's end right now. It's over for them. Now, I'm not saying that people still not going to go see their movies. They are going to do that because it's Marvel. I'm just saying all the years, and y'all know me, I'm a DC fanboy, but I'll be the first one to say we've been living in the shadows like fungus, but now we are about to rise. We are about to rise. Cause
if y'all want to see a good secret invasion show dealing with aliens, go watch Peacemaker. They did a really great job of doing a version of Secret Invasion.
And Peacemaker was good. Like, but I'm definitely with you. And see, like I said, Jason, it's been a long time since I read Secret Invasion. Like a long time. Like I don't think I read that since probably like maybe when it first came out. And I don't even think I read it because I didn't have no money back then, so I was just going to the comic book store and just picking it up. You know what I'm saying?
Because and again, I'm not trying to bring comic books in it in a way, but to denigrate how impactful Secret Invasion was, even leading up to it.
Right.
And to do that in 6 episodes, and to not even really delve too deep into how really thorough the Secret Invasion was, is utterly ridiculous. Like, you people who may not know this, they were at the time when you were buying comic books 1 issue at a time, you got to think people were buying Captain America comics only to find out that all them comics that they were buying, that was a scroll the whole time.
The whole time.
This was real time. You said people were going to the store saying, "Oh, this is issue number 3 of Spider-Man, and he's fighting Venom." That's a scroll whole time.
Yeah, that's pretty deep.
And they put it in 6 episodes, made it a soap opera, and tried to call it Secret Invasion, just for us comic book fans to go there, the casuals for the okie doke.
Because I remember when we talked about it, I was like, "Oh shit, they doing the Secret Invasion!" And I'm going to use this time to go ahead and plug Blerd Paradox. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and you can get all your comic book needs here. Y'all see how I did that?
But you know how much fun they could have had with that, bro?
But that's what I'm talking about, because they could have really, think about that. They could have let that ride. Let's say, okay, even if you didn't want to do it straight up like the comic book, let's say the new Deadpool movie come out. You come to find out that Wolverine and Deadpool were really Skrulls.
That's what they should have had so much.
They could have had so much fun with that. Like, you're right. Or the Thunderbolts. They about to do that. They get drafted, the Thunderbolts, and you like, well, wait a minute. And then just think about the climax at the end when you find out like, holy shit, everybody's a Skrull.
They were Skrulls the whole time.
See, and I want to get excited for Thunderbolts, but I was like,
because I'm not gonna lie to you, they burned, all the good characters that people care about are practically gone.
Yeah.
But that's not a bad thing, because Jason and I have said plenty of times, I get sick of seeing Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. There's plenty of other characters in the DC, and there's plenty of other characters in Marvel that they can use.
They might as well can Thunderbolts, because if it ain't on the level of Suicide Squad, they might as well go ahead and just wrap that up.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Because to me,
they're a little bit too late to the party for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Suicide Squad movie was. That's how all comic book movies should be made. That movie was.
Yep, that one was good. The first one was. I mean, the second was so good, so good, so good. And like, man, Delonte said pause. That's why I said pause. Delonte Climate. I'm trying to tell you, this is the after this phase. We're not going to see another. We're going to be dead and gone by the time another phase start out. After this one, we're going to be dead and gone because all they're going to do is re-step their steps. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, Marvel done had a good run though. They done had a good run.
They're going down in history,
right? They're going.
Yeah.
If it was not for Marvel, nobody will be seen. There'll be no Invincible. There'll be no that Jupiter's Legacy. There won't be none of that because Marvel did kind of pave the way. All them other projects that got canned, when Marvel started doing superhero movies, they was like, yeah. Now don't get me wrong, it took Wesley Snipes and Blade to pave the way for that, but
thank you.
He did it. And we watch superhero. That's why there's so much. Jason, do you ever remember a time when we was growing up where we got this many superhero movies?
Never thought I'd see the day.
Never thought
I'd see the day.
I can literally tell you the comic book movies we had on one hand. The old school Captain America.
Yep.
We had Batman. We had Superman.
Yep.
And really, that was it.
That was it.
We didn't have all these other characters.
Hulk was a TV show.
Hulk was a TV show. Yep.
Flash was a TV show.
Yep.
Had my man in a bodysuit.
A bodysuit, and he would run like this when he got on the little marbles. I was like, oh my god, like oh my god. Now, Jabril, I'm not gonna lie to you. Blank Man, Meteor Man, classic.
Very classic.
You know, somebody told me they never seen Blank Man or Meteor Man. I said, whoa, you don't know about J5? I said, you don't know about J5?
Yeah, I ain't watched Black Man and Meteor Man. Go watch Jones.
Yo. Thanks for the sub. We love you. Thanks for the sub.
And all y'all little youngins, they be like, I'm too young. I ain't never seen that before. But you know Boys in the Hood. So if you know Boys in the Hood, go watch Black Man.
Yo, let me tell you why Meteor Man was the GOAT, because your man he didn't want to fly up high because he was scared of heights. So I remember he flew out the window. His mama was like, dang, where he at? Your man looked down at the street. Like, there he is. Your man was down by the street because he was scared of heights.
That's the movie when aluminum foil was their kryptonite, right?
It was this was with Robert Townsend, and he grabbed the meteor.
What movie?
Yeah, I'm trying to think about what movie you talking.
I want to watch that. That show sounds hilarious.
Wait a minute.
Disney when they had powers, but the sun didn't have, and aluminum foil. It was they kryptonite. I thought that's what y'all was talking about.
There's a black show on Disney.
The one with the family. Not Sky High. Not Sky High. God dang it.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, because their whole family was black.
Black.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that, bro. You about to make me go on Disney Plus right after this. They better be on it.
What? Oh my God!
Robert Townsend?
Yeah, Robert Townsend was the father.
I remember.
God dang it! Yo, here it is, right here. What was the name of it? Up and away. Up and away. There
we go.
Yeah, Robert Townsend was the father, and my man from the Jeffersons was the grandfather.
Yeah.
Okay. Sherman Hemsley.
Oh man.
Okay.
But
okay. Dang, I'm about to watch that.
Yo, Up and Away was the GOAT. But that was all I had this week. Does anybody else have any closing remarks for our show? Ryan, are you going to be joining us again sometime?
Most definitely. Okay.
All right. Yeah. You know what? I'm not going to lie to you. I'm proud that your other half was standing behind your back. You know what? She got to come on the show too, because I'm curious. So when everybody says something outrageous, we normally go, well, what's your top 10 movies? I'm curious to see what your top 10 movies are now. I'm curious.
Come on, superhero.
No, your top 10 movies in general of all time. Jabril said that's love. He said that's love. It is. She stood in her. I'm curious to see what your top 10 movies of all time are right now. You know what? I know what I'm gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring you. We're gonna bring Jabril. We're gonna be Delonte. We're gonna do a top 10 countdown of people's movies. That's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
That's what we're gonna do. My friend Sabrina was supposed to come on to do hers too, so I need to call her so she can get hers. But y'all, we are gonna do a top 10 because I am curious to see what your top 10 movies are, Ryan. I'm curious now.
This is comedy, horror, superhero,
anything.
Top. Ooh.
Take some time. Don't say it now, because you're gonna need the time to write it down. Write it down and think about it, and then we're gonna do that. Man, oh yeah, Delonte, you coming on so we can do that too. Okay. This was a great show tonight, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you. We had a good time over here. We got some new subscribers. Much love. Same bat time, same bat channel in a week. So we should be good. My Linux classes are on hold right now. So we're not on hold, but I don't got no more for right now. But Ryan, if you want to come on next week, that's no issue. You know,
okay.
Me and Jason still be here. Mr. Mack said he loved the chemistry, complimented each other well. Thank you, Mr. Mack. We appreciate that. So, you know, y'all let us know. Jabril, you definitely need to get on here. And Ming needs to get back on here too. God damn, that's always a bug. So
watch Blue Beetle is already better than anything MCU has done.
Yo, when is Blue Beetle's really? Oh, I do want to go see the Haunted Mansion this week. I want to go see the Haunted Mansion this week.
The what?
The Haunted Mansion. I know. But I got on the ride at Disney, so I gotta go see the new movie. I gotta go see the Haunted Mansion.
Too, but come on,
I gotta go see the Haunted Mansion. I gotta do it. I gotta do it.
And for my old school gamers out there, they got a new Double Dragon. It's fire. Check it out.
They got a new Double Dragon?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait a damn minute.
A new Double Dragon. It's fire.
Well, we gonna get back. So, Ryan, get your top 10 together, because you know what? I think we should do that next week. Get your top 10 next week. By next week Wednesday, though. By next week Wednesday.
Okay. Because I know I'm in a class right now, so.
Oh, well, when you got time. You let me know when you got time. Education come first. Thank y'all for tuning in. Remember, if you can't be good at it.